Hey everyone, it's SeaMystic back here with another pick a card. So I attempted to film this pick a card a couple weeks ago. I only filmed the intro, which ended up being over 30 minutes. So I took a break, ended up getting sick, so here we are. I'm not going to show you that entire intro, but I will post a few clips of it. I want to say thank you to all of my new subscribers. I was shocked.
Oh my God! Wow!
When I saw the subscriber count going up and up. So thank you so much. That was another reason why I was disappointed when I got sick, because I don't want to have these new subscribers and have the views go up only to skip 2 weeks. I didn't want that to happen, but it is what it is. In that intro, there were some channeled messages for the collective. I received an additional message last week. I heard very clearly the word mockingbird. So I will include 2 videos in the description box that explain the symbolism of the mockingbird and the mockingbird spirit animal. They're only about 2 minutes. You don't have to watch them if you don't want to. So like I said, these were channeled a couple weeks ago. I do believe they'll still be significant now. They were meant to post whenever they post. They're meant to see it whenever you see it. But I have to say that my abilities have sort of changed and morphed a little bit. As some of you know, after my awakening, I started to see symbols when I would close my eyes. And I didn't know what these symbols meant. And it turned out to be sacred symbols, alchemy, astrological symbols, things like that. And then last year, it started to shift into numbers and then words. And there have been a couple instances where I've actually seen images. And I do often get clairaudient messages. That wasn't originally the case. But anyway, I saw a couple interesting images pop up. One was of I believe a young boy who was blue. And the other was of a feline humanoid figure. I'll put up some pictures of the closest I could find on the internet to what it looked like, just in case you're interested in that. But anyways, we have 4 piles to choose from, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm going to show you a couple clips of the collective from a couple weeks ago that I never posted. Today's pick a card is going to be what's going on around you, what you need to know. I was watching someone earlier, she's actually on my channels tab if you want to look at that. I always reference that in the description box. It has a list of people that I trust and resonate with, and that you might also. But I was watching Lexi, and she had referenced a song, and something told me to listen to it. But there was another part of me that was like, no, Bish, you better not. So I start typing it in on the YouTube search. And part of me is like, you know better. Do not press search. So I pressed search and looked for a lyric video. If you haven't been watching me or heard me mention this, I can't listen to music. I mean, I do channel a lot of music on here in the different piles, but I connect very strongly with music. I feel the music very deeply. So if it has any inkling of maybe a somber story to it, I'm gonna cry. It is what it is. It's just gonna happen. There's no getting around it. So I've actually avoided listening to music. Like, I don't listen to the radio in the car since 2020. I haven't. So I am trying, though, I've been trying to transmute a lot of energy that I've carried throughout my life from certain events. I was born super sensitive, and I think a lot of that is past life situations. A lot of that is just having a pure heart, and it's part of being an empath, to have that capacity to feel that deeply. But with that, to feel deeply, you also can feel negative emotions very deeply. And if you've had certain things happen to you, it's tricky to transmute that energy, because you know when you look at that wound, how it's going to feel. So you try not to look at it. You bury it, and then you get to the point where you can't even listen to music. Little known fact about me. I start listening to the song against my better judgment. Within about 30 seconds, there's already tears forming. And then we hit the 45-second mark, where there's a specific lyric. It's the chorus. At that point, I am inconsolable. Oh, I never even told you the song. It is There You'll Be by Faith Hill, and it is part of the Pearl Harbor soundtrack. So, the chorus, what got me, is, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to say it, in my dreams, I'll always see you soar above the sky. In my heart, there'll always be a place for you for all my life. I'll keep a part of you with me, and everywhere I am, there you'll be. When I saw the word soar is when I lost it. That has a personal, significant meaning to me. Not about me, but about someone that I knew. Being sort of like a caged bird. And how I wanted to see them soar. After the chorus, it says, well, you show me how it feels to feel the sky within my reach. And I always will remember all the strength you gave to me. And then I thought, they didn't do that. I did that. Why has no one done that for me? And that's when something else started talking. Something that wasn't me. Basically, it was like, you need not be sad, for you lack nothing. The reason that you are the one that gave love is because you had it within you. It is the person who can't give love who is lacking. Who would you rather be? Would you rather receive it without the capacity to give it in return, to feel it, to even recognize it? Or would you rather have it in you, therefore have the ability to give it, to know what it feels like, and to recognize it? Because if you were the former, if you received it without having the capacity to give it in return, or to feel it, or to recognize it, imagine the pain that you would bestow upon people. You may or may not even be aware of it. You may or may not care. Knowing what you know because of what you have within you, would you want to harm people in that way? I know you don't want to hurt anyone, so I know you wouldn't want to be the type of person who would rather receive it. Imagine all the people you would hurt if you didn't have the capacity. Imagine the pain you would cause others, whether knowingly or unknowingly. You wouldn't be able to fathom it because you wouldn't understand their pain. But you would never choose that because you don't have it in you to hurt people. The only people that choose that path are the ones that haven't been able to feel like that. Because if they had, they wouldn't choose it. It's like, and I'm stepping back from what they told me now. This is me interjecting. It's like on The Wizard of Oz when Dorothy, it's like black and white in the beginning, and then she steps into the land of Oz and everything is in color. If you see all the colors and are able to experience all of that, somebody that's only sees in black and white isn't going to be able to understand that. Back to what they said. They said, so don't feel dismay for yourself. If anything, feel dismay for them, for not being able to feel or to love at that capacity. This is stuff I know, but it's always good to be reminded, which is why I'm sharing it now. So then I thought about it, and I was like, well, have I been selfish in that way for like wanting to receive it in return? Have I not been looking at it from their perspective? Am I a bad person? And then that's when something stepped in again and said, we're wanting you to look at it from a different perspective. Look at the part of the song where you cried the hardest. So I thought back to the lyrics, and it was, in my dreams I'll always see you soar above the sky. And they said, what about that is selfish? That wasn't about you. You weren't crying for you. You were crying for them. We just wanted to remind you that you are not lacking in anything because your heart is unmatched. It always was in the past. It was unmatched. And that is why things have always played out the way they have. And we don't think that you've been honoring your heart as much as you should have. because there are even times when you feel ashamed of it, which they're right. I mean, I almost didn't post this because I thought it was too, or I almost didn't bring this up because I thought it would be too sappy. And in the last video, I had mentioned the springs of life coming from your heart and encouraged people to let that flow. But I'm being a hypocrite if I don't do the same. How can you expect others to feel comfortable with expressing their heart when you yourself have had moments where you are ashamed of yours? And we get it. You're ashamed of yours because it's rare. But that's also the beauty of it. That was a new channel, so anyways, that last part. So, to the collective. So, continuing the theme of non-English words that make videos so much longer because I have to search every one of them to figure out what they mean. Probably not going to be pronouncing these right. We have, I guess, Staus. So it could be German for a traffic jam, accumulation, or like a bottleneck of energy, like congestion of energy. So that could be something that's going on. And then I'm just going to say Enoch because it can mean Enoch, spelled with the CH in Norwegian, but it could also mean a raccoon dog in German. I don't think it's going to mean raccoon dog. I think it might actually be referring to Enoch. And then, I know I'm not going to pronounce these right. I saw Teok or Teok and then Teoka. So, if we're talking about Teoka, that's going to be from the Maori tribe, and that's in New Zealand. And it basically, it represents something like a treasured possession in their culture, like language or beliefs, like intangible things that are treasured, like I say, language or beliefs. But the Teok, or however, that's Serbian for hostage. So I don't know. I'm going to assume that this is referring to beliefs. I mean, spiritual beliefs. So we have like a congestion or traffic jam situation. So that could be the collective energy congested at a particular point, creating a lot of fog or perhaps inability to move forward because everybody's so stuffed together. I'm not sure. And then something with Enoch, and then spiritual beliefs, and then Sheba. So the Queen of Sheba in the Bible, that's a whole different story. I just looked up Sheba, the place. That's going to be because Queen of Sheba, the town of Sheba, that was, or either there's a debate if it was Arabia or Ethiopia. But it also, the name Sheba is Hebrew for promise. So I think we're going to lean toward promise. That could be something here. And then, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, and it has a lot of meanings. Itasa, so that's Hindu. Hindu / Sanskrit, basically throughout here. And it means one who desires. It could mean in Hindu that someone that Indra protected. It could mean a sage, a horse of the sun, shining, or variegated colors. So variegated colors are like multiple colors blending in together. So I don't know. There's been a lot coming up lately about desires and passion. So I think it could mean that for most of the collective. I'm well aware that I receive random things, and I'm well aware that I don't often know what they mean until later. But the reason I do this, even if I'm not sure what it's talking about, is to have it documented so that I can look back at it later and put the puzzle pieces together. So that was the collective. We have 4 piles to choose from. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you need a moment to pause to choose which group you want, go ahead and do so at this time. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. Hey, for those of you who chose group 1, let's go ahead and dive in as mermaids do. We'll start with your channel messages. Like I said, this was channeled a couple weeks ago. So, Yura, that is Basque for Virgin Mary. So it represents the Virgin Mary and the Basque language. See, in a part of Africa, it can mean warrior, and then it could also mean bitter grace. And I know I'm not going to pronounce these right. Itaz. So there is a Czech and a Greek meaning for that, which can mean like a story or a level of something. Like a house has 2 stories, it has 2 levels, something like that. And then I don't know if it's Jasta or Yasta or Yast. So that can mean just, or it can mean zinc, or a coarse kind of pewter. I think that's Indo-Aryan. And then the TRIRT, that is short for triangular root. So you have references to zinc and triangular root. It sort of reminds me of some sort of alchemy reference. And then use, that is, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it can mean eyes in French. I saw Zulu mentioned, but I never could figure out what it meant in Zulu. So eyes, alchemy, different levels, just or justice, and bitter grace for the Virgin Mary, or your meanings here. I also heard, I couldn't figure out the first part of it. It was something unstable. So that also made me think of alchemy. Then I also heard penny. So you could think of it as what a penny is made out of. So that could be another alchemy thing. Or what I thought of was trading in a dime for a penny. Like somebody choosing someone that you think is a penny when you're a dime. Kind of a catty saying, but I thought of it nonetheless. Somebody not knowing your worth, I guess. Or it could just be referencing, some of you may see pennies, or find pennies, or this could be referencing someone you know. I'm going to put up on the screen what this means because I can't find it. Like I said, it was from a couple weeks ago. I don't actually remember, and I can't find what it means. Okay, so that was your collective. So group 1, what's going on around you? Okay, past energy. Future. Your current energy, we have you in the 3 of Swords. So there's been some sort of betrayal or disappointment or heartbreak. This could be in reference to the past, which is the King of Swords in reverse. Sometimes this can be an abuse of power, or other times it could be someone who isn't stepping into their power. Upright, this is going to be talking about someone who speaks the truth, uses their logic. But in reverse, this is someone who's, like I say, either you weren't communicating your truth or stepping into your power, or you have someone who is doing an injustice to you. And that is also echoed here with the Emperor in reverse. It has a similar meaning. They can both represent, like I say, an abuse of power, an injustice that happened to you, or not stepping into your power. But either way here, it's showing you now in this 3 of Swords energy. So there is some disappointment here, obviously. This is the external. The external, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So it looks like you, or if you were dealing with this King of Swords energy, Someone here wasn't going toward or communicating what they want. There was a block. It could have caused a lot of overthinking, mental confusion. There has been inaction in your environment. In the internal, we have the Seven of Swords. So this is definitely indicating some sort of internal deception here. So it looks like an instance where someone didn't say what they needed to say or come forward. And it's like you're fooling yourself into thinking everything's fine. You could also be trying to hide your emotions, how something affected you or your emotions towards someone. So let's say you are this King of Swords. Maybe you didn't speak up and communicate and come forward with how you thought or felt about a person or a situation. And by doing so caused yourself heartbreak because you were fooling yourself by trying to, well, not just yourself, but you were trying to hide your emotions here or your opinions. But by not speaking your truth, you're causing yourself heartbreak here. And if you are not the King of Swords, this is what someone has done to you. There was an injustice here where either someone in power had an abuse of power and you've had to pretend like everything's okay. Or there was someone that didn't reveal the truth to you. Someone didn't follow their heart here. I think they were way too much in their head. But what's interesting is that we have the Temperance card for the future. And this card does represent alchemy, which we had in your channeled. So it's bringing whatever the situation was back into balance. Maybe being honest with yourself. It's peace to bringing peace to the situation. Let me get external, internal. External for the future. So externally, there's going to be some sort of death and rebirth. And that's what's going to bring about this peace. Internal. It's an external transformation. So it's internally, okay. Yeah, something's there's definitely a level up here with this World card, which we did have levels in your channel. That was was it Etaz, maybe? That's what that meant. So, externally, there's going to be a transformation. Internally, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be releasing any sort of negative energy, any chains, any negative thinking, like this overthinking, if that was you. It's releasing those sort of things and getting in touch with, the 6 is a very balanced energy, very balanced, and with the cups, it being love. So balance and love internally. This could relate to your inner child. This could relate to your soul family, soul mates. This is being childlike and having fun. It's innocence. So you're definitely doing some spiritual alchemy by releasing the devil energy and stepping into this 6 of Cups energy. What is this external transformation, though? I'm a little rusty. It's been a couple weeks. Just bear with me. What's this external death? Transformation. Maybe no longer consuming unhealthy things, and that could be like with food, or that could be what you watch, what you listen to. separating from anything that is toxic or negative to you. Internal blockages and fears. Yeah, that's exactly what you're releasing. Protection. Childlike faith. I want to say, anytime you're wanting to manifest something in your life, how to do it is to have childlike faith. And I think a lot of your issues, or if this is someone you're dealing with, a lot of the issues was all rooted in fear. And by releasing that, having the childlike faith, it brings things into balance. It brings things into balance, and you're able to transform and bring about what you want. Definitely a level up. And it does seem to be, in a way, bringing justice to a situation. I haven't gotten any of these Kipper cards in a long time. So let's see. Can you tell me more about the Death card? Gaining a lot of money. Maybe going from a penny to this. Then we have rich girl. Yeah, definitely has to do with finances. That's going to be the significant external change, I would think, would be wealth. And there are different forms of wealth, but this seems to be pointing to money. The sad news in reverse. I'll use some of these cards because I like them so much. For some advice for you, and then we'll get some possible predictions and things from the mermaid box. Okay, on the bottom we have the Galactic Federation, collaboration, meetings, community. We have shadow self, denial, projecting, shame. So that could be what you're releasing. The shadow self, the fears, or someone you're dealing with, like I said. The flower of life, inspiration, awe, dreams. So yeah, childlike faith, childhood dreams. Who are they going to be dealing with? That one wants to come out. Teacher, education, that could be you. Ancestor, intruder, but it was reversed. Maybe you had some people intruding on your energy, giving you advice or making you feel like you had to do things a certain way and not listening to your ancestors. Oh, I forgot to mention, whenever malevolent energy in reverse on the bottom. Yeah, you're getting rid of the toxic energies. You're not going to be listening to these negative things anymore. I forgot to mention, whenever I heard mockingbird, I heard after that, you're mocking how your ancestors loved, or something along those lines. It's been over a week ago, so I'm not quite sure, but I was wondering what that meant, because I felt like our ancestors probably had a harder time being with who they loved because of things like a divorce being less common back then, and there being arranged marriages or political marriages, things like that. Socioeconomic status played a huge role in who you could and couldn't marry. Race played a larger role. So I'm like, how could anybody be mocking how their ancestors loved in this day and age? But maybe it was significant to someone's ancestors in particular that I was picking up on, that perhaps fought for love and were more brave about it than what is going on now with, like I say, if it was my ancestors, it would be them saying, we took love more seriously. We risked it all for love, and you're not living up to that. You're creating a mockery of it, for example. So that could be something related to you, for me to bring that up and remember that now. So I'll put everything in here. This has spirit animals, this has predictions, this has messages from your higher self. And I won't do much of these because I know that some people don't like them. So I will just do a little bit and just see whatever wants to come out. Okay, more came out than I thought. I'll do it fast. Did not see that. All right. Blaze a new path. Root, be secure in who you are. Spirit encounter, you could be encountering a spirit. Blockage cleared, we had, we talked about that earlier. Watch your tongue. Communicate honestly. Shedding old, cutting cords. What do you want? Codependence. So some of you could be in a situation where you're very codependent on what others think, or in a very codependent sort of friendship or family relationship or romantic relationship where you're very codependent on someone else because you're just used to it and not really looking at what you want. Projection, didn't that come up before? Projection, mirroring, yeah, it did with the shadow self. Deception, lie, cheat, steal, so that was the Seven of Swords. I took that as deceiving yourself because it was in the internal position. News, you're going to be getting some news. Some important news. This looks like a spirit animal came out for you, or maybe two. So spirit animals to look out for. You have the panther, and it says when Black Panther appears as your spirit animal, it's time to remove the mask. Oh, yeah, that's what the Seven of Swords represents, someone who's wearing a mask. So yeah, you are supposed to be speaking your truth here, or someone you're dealing with here, but I think it's you. Black Panther as a totem animal belongs to those who live honestly and authentically. This is perfect. Call in the Black Panther as your power animal when you need the courage to stand alone, to break free of any codependence. Wait, you got 3 spirit animals. Rooster. When Rooster struts in as your spirit animal, it's time to celebrate your uniqueness. So a lot about being true to you and your individuality. Rooster as a totem belongs to those who never give up. Call in Rooster as your power animal when you need to rise and shine. We got another bird. Raven. I love ravens so much. When Raven magically appears as your spirit animal, transformation has begun. Yeah, it has. Precisely. Raven as a totem animal belongs to mischievous and curious folk who are full of mirth, which I forgot what that means. I had to look it up before. I'll put it on the screen probably. Invoke Raven as your power animal when you need a spiritual rebirth. That is exactly what's going on. So, Rooster, Raven, Black Panther. This is messages from your higher self. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. So another reference to fear. And we have children. So children can be a factor here, or the inner child. You deserve to be in the spotlight. You've been having concerns about how other people view you, and you don't need to. You're too concerned with that. Do what you love, or who, you know. Oh Lord, let go of the how. Yeah, the childlike faith, you don't need to know how something happens. Faith is taking that leap without knowing or seeing. That's the whole point of faith. The whole point of faith is to believe that it's possible without seeing it, because God works in the supernatural. He does not work in the natural 3D. He works in the supernatural. So don't put limits on God and what can happen. Or don't put limits on yourself. And your belief affects so much. If you think that something isn't going to happen because you don't see how, then you've sabotaged it already. So I know I'm a little rusty, sorry guys, but I hope this resonated. I hope you liked it. Thank you again to the new subscribers and to the people that have been here from day one, and even the people that aren't subscribed at all. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, or share if it resonated. I hope to see you next time. Take care and God bless. Hey, for those of you who chose group 2, let's go ahead and dive in as mermaids do. We'll start with your channel messages first. So in the intro, I said that I've been seeing a lot of faces recently during meditation. Well, this all started a couple weeks ago when I was channeling for your pile before I got sick. And when it started, it wasn't very clear, and it's very fast and not very clear. But it looked like these pastel-looking, cartoonish characters, sort of like you would think of like mystical creatures, like elves or something. It was very strange. So anyway, that was when I was tuning into you guys. So that's why I have elves here. But I actually think I saw the word elves too. So the first thing I saw was hero, and then haze. So luckily you have a few words in English that I didn't need to look up. And then fear, love, so love versus fear sort of thing again. Lost, 7. And then we went to, and then now we're going to get into some stuff that's not English. Croin, I didn't think croin would mean anything, but so croin could be referring to a Scottish Gaelic folklore creature. I think they pronounce the C's as a K, so I'm going to call it croin. It's CREIN-croin, and it's basically a sea monster or a big sea serpent in their folklore. It could also mean harm, injury, delinquency, fault, or blame. So yeah, not sure there. Ursa, I had no idea that this goddess existed, but she's actually the daughter of Zeus and Selene. Selene being the moon and Zeus being Jupiter. Their daughter Ursa is the goddess of morning dew, but she's not discussed a lot, but I found that very interesting. Then, like I say, elves. I also saw the symbol for Taurus, Stoic, and these I weren't sure about, but I wanted to include them anyway. Hera, which is Juno, so that's Zeus's wife, but he still had a daughter with Selene, so I found that interesting that Hera showed up. And then tent and stew. I don't know if some of you are going camping or something. So Hera is the divine feminine. Like I said, Juno, wife of Zeus, Jupiter. Maybe you fear a love lost. You've been in a haze. Maybe you've had to be very stoic. So that is what I have for your channels. So what is going on around you now? Your past, your near future. So now you have 2 5s. Interesting. So there's probably been a lot of changes going on with you. A lot of perhaps conflict and competition. that has made you feel in a lack or possibly even ostracized. You could be struggling monetarily right now. Let's see. Past. You could be seeing 555 a lot. I'm a little rusty, so let's see. Future. They're not wanting to say. External. Internal. Can you clarify? Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe something was taking too long. Maybe you wanted to go toward your passions, or someone was going to come toward you, but they didn't. Or like I say, or you wanted to go toward your passions, but couldn't. There does seem to be some regret here about not moving forward in some capacity here. Because we have knights, which represent movement, and then 2 cards that represent disappointment. So definitely for sure, some sort of disappointment about something not getting moving. And that's your past. Presently, we do see you here with that feeling, like I say, possible abandonment or feeling left out. There could be a conflict or a lot of competition. The external, we have the world in reverse. So this is something that hasn't came to completion, or a lack of travel, which would make sense with this. Yeah, an inability to complete or graduate from something, or an inability to move forward. You don't think that you have what it takes or the things that you need in order to move forward. Maybe you don't feel up to par with the competition, or you're just getting a lot of kickback from people, or you feel that way. But internally, it's showing you here that you have a lot of options, but possibly, I want to say analysis paralysis, like an overthinking and confused, well, a haze. So internally, you've been struggling with not knowing what to do, not seeing the path forward perhaps, or knowing which path to take. It's like somebody wants to be the hero here, but they are fearing too much, perhaps focusing too much on their fears and their losses, not enough on love, or fearing that they're going to lose a love if they don't step up here. And the roles can be reversed if you're dealing with someone. Maybe you're having to remain stoic, but you're just stewing inside. In the future, we have Justice in reverse and the Death card in reverse. You have the ability to change your future. This is just showing the potential as of right now, the trajectory. So this looks to me like a lack of transformation, a lack of justice, or refusing to end an injustice. External. So you could be dealing with a King of Wands character. It doesn't matter if they're male or female, just somebody embodying that energy. This is usually a go-getter, leader type. Can have a temper or be a little bit arrogant. Doesn't have to be, but that's the external. Internal. Internal, you feel stuck, inability to let go, trying to get a new perspective here. So it does look like somebody's, this could be you, like I say, it doesn't have to be, but it does look like someone being stoic on the outside, but a lot's going on internally here. So definitely some guardedness here. Perhaps defensiveness. What's this? Justice and death in reverse. Nope. Okay. Could be something with your family. Something that's draining your energy that you have not released. Could be soul family. So it could be something with karma here, or ancestral patterns. Let's see. Who's this King of Wands? Young or child. Someone very youthful. Perhaps immature, but I don't know. I feel like to everyone else, they would probably come off as stoic. Yeah, so like I was saying, they're go-getters, they're entrepreneurs, so, and self-made. So if that sounds like you, this is how you are, everyone is viewing you externally here. But if this doesn't sound like you, this is who you're going to be dealing with. What's this? There's some element of sacrifice here. Internally, but not spring cleaning in reverse. And it landed right here. On the card that is refusing to let go. So definitely I need to let go of something here. But not doing that. It's like, and you know internally what you need to do, but you're acting like everything's fine and you're not doing that. What else? Like, do you feel something is fated, that it can't be changed? New job or business, social gathering. So you could be, with this entrepreneurial energy, you could be starting a new business here, social gathering, getting more contacts and collaboration going. What are they not letting go of? There's some sort of commitment or marriage you're not letting go of. Why? Lunar cycles. Pay attention to the lunar cycles. Yeah, that inability to move forward. Why? Someone's not connecting to their higher self. Enlightenment seems to be needed. Yeah, brain fog, that haze. Let's get some of these. That's too many. All right. So air element, you could be very much in your head. Philosophy, discrimination, empathy. I would say more of the, less of the empathy, perhaps maybe more of the stoicism aspect with philosophy. But, so we had the sea serpent thing here with crowing. Now we have this Ouroboros, which is the snake that eats its own tail. And it says, infinity, eternal, past life. So I do think this is, like I was saying, some sort of karmic or ancestral pattern, past life even pattern, that is like a cycle that keeps repeating. Lunar cycles. How can they wake up? How can they break the cycle? So, with soul expansion, your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. I almost said that with Ursa, because Jupiter represents expansion, and that was Ursa's father. And Selene, representing the moon, that could represent intuitive or psychic abilities. So I was thinking an expansion of that. So maybe that's what's needed here. But we also have Krishna, devotion, trust spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Serapis Bay, ascension, move into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here. So in order to get out of this haze or brain fog, you're going to have to rise above that into your true self. Love instead of fear, embrace more of the divine feminine energy, which Taurus is ruled by Venus. That's going to be the Empress card, and then Juno also representing the divine feminine. Maybe you need to step in more of your divine feminine energy or more of your emotions or love. God is love. So if you want to be more in the light, you have to focus on that. Let's get some of these. So this has predictions, messages from your higher self, and potential spirit animals. So I'll try not to get too many. Okay. I've already got 2. up. Oh, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. So you get one animal or two, and then 2 messages from your higher self. And here's some predictions, potentially. Okay, nesting. Miracle. Remember who you are, your true self. Guilt wound, martyr. So that sacrifice wound could be what you're playing out, and that could be up from past lives even. Ask for help. Ascension, upgrade. So ascension keeps coming out, like literally. Not your fault. So let go of the guilt. Look at what's triggering you. What's hidden comes to light. Words left unspoken. So if someone has left words unspoken to you, I do see that coming to light. Or if this is you, this is them urging you to speak your truth here. They'll understand. Someone will give you a divine message. Some spirit animals. You got rooster. When rooster stretched in as your spirit animal, it's time to celebrate your uniqueness. Rooster as a totem animal belongs to those who never give up. Call on rooster as your power animal when you need to rise and shine. Dragon. Good deal. Okay. When dragon materializes as your spirit animal, it's time to rekindle your soul's fire. Dragon as a totem animal belongs to those who think and act with intense clarity of purpose. So bring this back. Call in dragon as your power animal when you need strength as a leader. Yeah. Okay. Messages from your higher self. Make room to receive. So that spring cleaning, letting go of things or people that aren't for you or that don't serve you. And this could be even thoughts. And make room to receive. Open your heart. So, yeah, I did touch on that earlier. I thought that perhaps there was too much logic and not enough emotion. So open your heart. Final message, why not? Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. So there was something else about divine guidance, I think. So you are being led here. Yeah, Krishna, trust your spiritual guidance. So that is what I have for you. If it resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Anything like that really does help. It helps to circulate and support the channel. I do hope to see you next time. Take care and God bless. Hey, for those of you who chose group 3, let's go ahead and dive in as mermaids do. So I didn't get much for you guys. I did hear pentacles, and then I saw Tari, and that turned out to be a medieval coin or a unit of measurement, and that's going to be in Italy, Sicily, or Malta. And then I saw terms, so you may be sorting out the terms and conditions of something, or setting your terms for an agreement. Not sure there. Storm. Like I said, nothing was really coming out, but I did notice that the words that I saw seemed to be pulsating. So I don't know what's up with that. I wonder if it's something with like your heart or heartbeat or something. I'm not actually sure there, but just heard a bird. Okay, group 3. Past, present, future, external, internal. So let's start with the present energy. All right. So something has came to an end, or you have been very hurt. Past. So perhaps some bad luck or some sort of karmic cycle that didn't close out. Future. But you're going to end up in victory. Maybe even get some recognition from people. External. All right. We got 2 10s here. Internal. So internally, you're wanting, actually it looks like some sort of love offer that you're wanting here. Or to create some sort of new beginning in regard to something or someone you love. Something that's in line with your values, or someone in line with your values. Like the perfect match. That's going on internally, but externally you are, there's a lack of fulfillment here. The 10 of Cups upright is a very positive card. This is ultimate fulfillment in all areas, harmony, just completeness, but it's in reverse. So you're not happy where you are about your current circumstances. And that's echoed here. What's the external here for the future? So this could be mastery, working really hard on something. This could be a skill, this could be a new job, this could be self-mastery. Internal. Internally, you're probably, I like to see this card as being stir crazy. And I think a different pile got this card too, and it was also in the reverse. It can indicate overthinking. It's like wanting to move on something, but not being able to, or overthinking it. It's taking your time with something when you want to rush it. It's what it seems like. Perhaps things seem too tedious, or things in the future are going to seem sort of tedious, and you want results faster. But regardless, here you have the 6 of Wands, which is victory and recognition. There could be an element of pride here. I don't get that too strongly though. I get more so of you holding your head up after a misfortune or disappointment. Maybe you're going to be doing something that's more in line with your values. Like I said here, that could be related to a job. What's this about? Well, it's not really in reverse or upright. This could be a dream of yours, but it could be in reference to children or past lives. Nostalgia. Maybe you want to reunite with someone or with a childhood dream you had, and it's just taking a while. It's like you're itching. Maybe the memories of the past are what's causing this overthinking. With pentacles and then Tari meaning medieval coin. Yeah, this could be work or financial related. Clarify the Ten of Cups in reverse. Ten of Cups in reverse. A new beginning with an emotional new beginning, a lack thereof. What's this Wheel of Fortune? External, internal. Yeah, with Nine of Cups in reverse and Ten of Cups in reverse. Your environment is not remotely wish fulfillment. Internal. So internal, we have a completion or a level up, like a graduation sort of energy. 10, 10, and then the completion card. Definitely an ending to some sort of cycle here. At least internally, it's over. But externally, it hasn't caught up yet. And that's what's frustrating. Interesting. I haven't used the Kipper in a while. These can get super specific here. Let's do the future for these, though. Is this upside down? Group 3. Okay, that was main person, and it was actually in reverse, which I just made all of these upright. Maybe you're changing. This could be maybe in regard to a relationship that you weren't happy in, or this could be you stepping back into the main person in your life, the main character. I mean, being the main character in your life. Marriage. I wonder if some of you are leaving a relationship or situation that wasn't fulfilling to commit to someone else. Sad news, but it was kind of sideways, like this. Are you trying to prevent sad news, or are you fearing that bad news might happen? Are you trying not to hurt someone here? It's very interesting. Let's get some of these. Nagas. Lovers, erotica, sensuality. So yeah, I do think it's about love for a lot of you, or just your passions and things, but mantis beings, enigma, elusive, sensitive. Blue avians, philosophy, releasing karma, mysticism. So there is a karmic completion here, but yeah, I do sense a past life connection here. Perhaps in Italy, Sicily, or Malta. Could have had something to do with finances at the time. Terms that could have to do with the law or marriage. Storm. Someone afraid of the storm it would cause. But pulsating here, it's like that stir crazy energy. It's like you want to be, for some of you, this is going to be like an actual person that you're wanting to be with. It's palpable. For others, it's going to be something else that you're passionate about, but let's see if it's love. Passion. Well, yeah, I felt that, and I literally just said that. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. There's some sort of passion here, and I'm wondering why it's not being expressed, because it doesn't seem to be. It seems to be held back, like reins on a horse or something. Trust on the bottom of the deck. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, so let's get some predictions. Messages from your higher self, potential spirit animals. I'm trying not to get too many of these. Two messages from your higher self, 4 predictions, 3 spirit animals. Let's see. Larger plan for this. So something's not finished, there's more to the story, or something happened, but there was a larger plan for it. Let's see. Words left unspoken. So obviously someone could have, words could have been left unspoken from someone else to you, but if this is you, and you left word, and there were words left unspoken on your end, and you still have the capacity to speak those words, this is an urge to do that. Inner union, so that could be what this was about, that completeness. You could have had an inner union with your divine masculine and feminine energies, making you ready to be with your soulmate, right? Externally as well. And you could just be waiting on that aspect now because you've already done the inner work. Organization, prioritization, so that tedious sort of energy. Spirit animals. Mouse. When mouse scurries in as your spirit animal, it's time to get motivated and moving. Yeah, we get it. Mouse as a totem animal belongs to those who are naturally inventive. Call in mouse as your power animal when you need the confidence to achieve your goals. So maybe that's what this is for some of you. It's nervousness. Perhaps procrastination due to nerves. Goat. When goat jumps in as your spirit animal, it's time to take a more sure-footed approach to things. Goat as a totem animal belongs to those who have the confidence to climb to the top. Call in goat as your power animal when you need help getting down off the ledge. When cow appears as your spirit animal, trust that the mighty storm will pass and you'll be okay. Oh my. So yeah, there's a storm, but you're going to be okay. Cow as a totem animal belongs to those with profound mother goddess instincts. Call in cow as your power animal when your soul needs TLC. And I think it does. Do what you love, or who, you know, whatever. Da-da-da-da-da. Never blame someone for the road you're on. That's your asphalt. And remember, let's see, the larger plan for this. So I know I'm a bit rusty, but I hope you still enjoyed it. That is what I have for you. If it resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment, anything like that. Really, it does help. It helps to circulate and support the channel. But I do hope to see you next time. Take care and God bless. Hey, for those of you who chose group 4, let's go ahead and dive in as mermaids do. So when I started tuning into your energy a couple weeks ago, I noticed that the brightness increased. So I noted that. I heard a lot for you. I heard Neolithic. So that's like ancient, like, I'm not sure. Flaky. So maybe you're dealing with someone who's being flaky, or you feel like you're being flaky. And then I heard spirit, and then I saw the word Jesus. And for some reason I felt, I don't even remember why now, because like I said, this was 2 weeks ago, but I felt that you were ambidextrous. So able to use your, whatever your dominant hand is to write, you're able to write with the other one also. For some of you, obviously, not everyone. So maybe you're getting into the history of the Neolithic age, getting more in tune with spirit or a spirit, being illuminated perhaps. So we'll do present energy, past, future, external, internal. Group 4's present energy. And I've been telling all the groups I'm a little rusty. So presently you're hanging out in the Queen of Pentacles energy. So this could represent being financially stable. This could represent you being very nurturing, very grounded. What about the past? Future. So in the past, you could have been really giving to a situation here. This deals with the balance of give and take. Future. 6 of Cups. So balanced in the past, it looks like, and balance in the future. 6 represents balance. I think the 6 of Cups has came out for at least 3 groups. But there's a switch from Pentacles to Cups here. So you're stepping more into your emotions, or into maybe even spirit, spiritual gifts, things like that with the Cups. Okay, external. This tried to come out earlier. Externally, there's some sort of transformation here. Maybe you're anticipating it. That's interesting. Are you waiting on some sort of word about something? Or to learn some information about something that's going to be very transformative? Are you waiting on somebody else to transform things? Internal. So that's interesting how it flipped, because they're all upright. So you're coming out of think you're coming out of some sort of confusion. Maybe you don't feel like you have a choice in something. It's somebody else's choice, I wonder. Maybe you're coming out of this fog here. For you to have 7 of Cups internally and the Tower externally, I'm surprised that you're sitting here as the Queen of Pentacles. Like seemingly unfazed on the outside. I wonder if this has to do with children. Let's get some more information because yours is going to need that. Externally past, internally past. So something that was a perfect match. This could even be a relationship. This could be a job, career sort of thing. Friendship, just a connection with your higher self. But equalness here. Externally. What about internally? Maybe trying to come out of guilt or remorse in reference to giving to a situation. Maybe you felt like you weren't giving enough and that caused some guilt. Or maybe someone wasn't giving to you and that caused you to be upset. On the outside, things looked equal, but there was some inner turmoil here. But it shows you coming out of that. It's like you're wanting clarity. It's like you're waiting on a message that will clear out everything. Or waiting on an answer. An out. A way out. Externally. Now the Cup's trying to come out. Holding on to fears, perhaps. Being really guarded. Not telling the truth. And that's external in the future. But internally, wanting to move forward in regard to love, spirituality. A lot of Cups showing up internally and then in your future. But are you showing that? Or is someone withholding their feelings from you, like from sharing their feelings? Or you are afraid to speak your feelings here? Clarify this. Afraid of losing something? Or feeling like you have to sacrifice yourself in a situation? This. Or overcoming a loss. Yeah, I do get brain fog here. It could be messing with your finances. Maybe you're stuck in a situation you don't know how to leave because you don't know how you're going to be able to afford to leave or something, for some of you. Or maybe this is just a lack mindset because it's internal. What's this? Okay, lunar cycles, you could be heavily influenced by the moon cycles. Ascension and level up in reverse. We did talk about a possible ascension. So maybe you or someone you're dealing with hasn't been illuminated to something yet. Perhaps they've been flaky. There's a need to get in touch with spirit. What's this then? Something's draining your energy. It's like you're trying to protect your energy from being drained. Maybe you gave too much in the past. In both of these sixes, there's somebody giving to another. Like I say though, this one is cups. So less giving of yourself physically, but giving more love. Not needing to give financially or like physically in person, but maybe more using the water, emotions, and love. Maybe holding on to your feelings is draining you, or someone that you know that's being guarded in your life is draining you. We have highly sensitive in reverse. Well, I think that with the Knight of Cups, you are highly sensitive. I just don't know. Maybe you are protecting yourself now from giving too much, protecting your heart. Let's get the Kipper. I haven't used this in a long time. Court. A little child. This could be some kind of custody thing. So we have marriage card, but it was in reverse. I wonder if there's some sort of divorce situation. What's this up here? Living room. Maybe your family, in your living room, there's secrets, an inability to let go that drains you. This is weird. I get like keeping secrets or holding on to an illusion here. This looks like wanting to leave a commitment or a marriage sort of situation, or something to do with children and divorce and finances. Okay, so we have Fae, Soul Family, Water, Emotions, and Empathy in reverse. See, we have Emotions and Empathy in reverse, highly sensitive in reverse. But I don't think it's you. I think it's externally. Because you're showing up with having emotions and empathy here. But maybe people you're dealing with have not been showing emotions or empathy with you, and it's time to get in touch with your soul family here. Or this is like a family situation where there's no love. This is perplexing. Malevolent energy in reverse. Raven Warrior in reverse. I get like somebody not stepping up to the plate. Maybe holding on to an illusion of the perfect family situation. Hiding the truth. Keeping the truth close to your chest. And that's going to be external. If this is about love. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. In reverse. So if somebody's worth waiting for in reverse, I think somebody's supposed to be stepping up to the plate here. And if you've been waiting on somebody, you're not supposed to wait anymore, I don't think. But if you're waiting to reveal the truth, then you need to just step up and do that. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Let's get some of these. Arcturians. Feeling safe, wisdom keepers, concern. Okay. Third eye. Visions, manifesting, meditation. Fire element, warrior, passion, fearlessness. So, didn't we have warrior in reverse or something? It's like somebody needs to be a warrior here. I'm going to get you guys some more stuff. Hold on. Because I want to provide as much clarity as possible without confusing anyone. So nobody else got any of these, but I just want to help here. Okay. Condor on the bottom of the deck. You're too enmeshed in this situation, so step back and see the bigger picture before making any decisions or taking action. It's kind of how I feel like trying to interpret your cards here. Another bird. Cardinal. The priorities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance, so do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. Like ambidextrous. Spiritual, practical. Physical, spiritual. I mean, equal use and balance with those. Octopus. Practice shape-shifting by altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. Okay, let's get some of these. They could have spirit animals. They could have messages from your higher self. They could have predictions. Okay. Well, you got no messages from your higher self? I mean, seriously? Can we... So you didn't get spirit animals. Maybe that's because you got these. So, unexpected visitor. Okay, unexpected visitor coming up. Notice who values and supports you as you are. Physical health. Pay attention to your physical health. You know, so despite my rustiness and struggle to interpret the cards. I mean, you know what it is. You know what this is about. Someone will give you a divine message. New life. Seems that way. Numbers and symbols. Pay attention to those. Message from your higher self. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. So that is what I have for you. If it resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Anything like that really does help to circulate and support the channel and is very appreciated. I do hope to see you next time. Take care and God bless.